So this CV was sent to me by one of my clients, and when I look at it, he did put his first and last name as the header of the CV. That means every page you look at it, it will have his first and last name, which I think it's a lot of repetition, and it also takes up more space and makes the CV a little bit longer, as we will see when we look through this CV. I have changed some of the information so that you are not able to identify them, so like the name, the phone numbers, and other very important for privacy purposes, but the rest of the CV is exactly as it came in. The other thing I can see just right from the top, what you are seeing here, this is what we call above the fold, what I am able to see when I look at this CV without scrolling down. And every time you look at your CV, ask yourself, when someone reads this part only, can they be able to figure out what I am able to come in and do for them? Like, can you figure out what this person can do? Actually, you can't be able to get that information because they have wasted the first top half of the CV with so many important information, but irrelevant when it comes to CV. Their first name, I can see they are married, their postal address. Sometimes the postal address can be misleading. The other day I was discussing with, again, another client, and he had put in the address to be PO Box Nyeri. And I asked her, are you in Nyeri currently? She said, no. And that is the kind of perception the reader gets the moment they are looking at your CV, and they can see there's the postal address, which is in Nakuru, Nyeri, Mombasa, and that is not specifically where you're located at that current moment. So the postal address doesn't really make a lot of sense in this day and age to have it on your CV, because that is not, again, the quickest way for the employer or the recruiter to get in touch with you. You can see, phone number, Kenyan, Christian, fluent in English and Swahili, and we come to the deadly part, which is called the objective. I have said this over and over. I think other videos, I've also done another video why you should not have the career objective section in your CV. I think it is up here. I'll link it in the description of this video. Now, let's read this person's objectives. When I highlight this part, seeking a challenging environment that encourages continuous learning, creativity, and which provides exposure to new ideas and stimulate personal and professional growth. It sounds like a very good objective. However, this objective here is very selfish. The employer is asking, what can this person do for me? Or what can they do for us? And you're busy telling them what you want to gain from them, what you're looking to get from them. So that is the reason why I always say, if you have that career objective section in your CV, get rid of it. It is not helping you to get a job. There's actually a mismatch in terms of the expectation. You are talking about what you want in your career objectives, which is okay, but that is not what the employer is interested in. They want to know, what are you coming in to do for us? Moving on with this CV. I can see they did put in their education qualification. Well done. I did change the dates so that you might not be able to identify who this person is. But the problem I have, I think having done your degrees, you have a CPA up to CPA K, and you also have done some other computer packages or accounting packages. It does not make sense for you to include your primary education and even your secondary education, because at this point they have no bearing in terms of your ability to work. If you don't have much of the qualifications, you can include your secondary, but your primary, it doesn't really make sense. This makes the CV much longer and doesn't really help. Moving on, I can see the experience from this date to this date. He was an accountant in a certain hardware. These were the responsibilities, good stuff. But I also encourage, instead of just having the responsibilities, what were your achievements? What did you gain when you were working there? They also worked as a bazaar in this secondary school. Again, some list of the responsibilities, no achievements, and that seemed to be the thing. I don't think it is important for you to list all of them. If you have worked in so many places, it makes the CV long. You can just summarize the last jobs that you're there. What we need maybe in details is the last 3, and the previous ones, just put them in form of bullet points. I was a bit taken aback when I looked at the skills this person has, and being an accountant and having done all these jobs, the only skills that they can talk of themselves is knowing how to use the computer, Excel, Word, Access, and operating system. I would want to see some skills in regards to, as an accountant, what are some of the skills that you need to have? Is it balancing book? Is it auditing? You name it. Things that are related to accounting. These ones are very general and would work for someone who's just at an entry level, but at their level, this is not acceptable. Leadership position, oh, this is good. Or leadership skills, she had some, she was a leader, a vice chair in the Girl Guide movement. Then there's a big blank space. I don't know why. Then she lists extracurricular activities, personal attributes, and finally we have the referees. I like the fact that this person was able to put a referee from the secondary school where they were the bazaar. So it is direct credibility. If I really want to know how they work and direct feedback on their performance, I can call the previous employer, which is a good thing. I can also see they put one of the lecturers from Egerton University, and that is where they did their bachelor's in accounting. Is it bachelor's in commerce accounting option? And which is good. I saw this part and I wasn't sure if this is supposed to be your CV. I don't think putting this section, the declaration in your CV, is important. We expect you to tell the truth from the word go. So that section is just a waste of space. So the CV ends up being 4 pages, which 3 pages would have worked for them. A bit of some formatting that needs to be done. She needs to focus more on her achievements, not just the responsibilities that she had in this organization, and be more focused also on the kind of skills. What are you bringing on board, rather than just talking about the very bare minimums. Here at Career Point Solutions, we offer free CV review. And if you want to take advantage of this free service, head over to www.careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. You will submit your CV. One of our friendly career coaches will give you a call and discuss with you what are your career goals and how we can be able to come in and help you achieve these goals. Again, head over to www.careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. Also, watch this video on how to write a professional CV. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until my next video, I'm out.